this is Wrestling Knows Best, where we talk about the world of professional wrestling and somehow link it to self development. So, what's up, Doug? Thanks for joining. We're going to do a WrestlePalooza predictions video. Do I have my? Oh, I do have my card here. So, just wanted to hop on, do this predictions video, and yeah, join in the chat. Let me know in the chat as well what your predictions are. WrestlePalooza is a pretty big card. It's going up against All Out. Or is it All In? I think it's All Out. AEW All Out. So they got this big, huge card. It's going to be the first ever premium live event on ESPN. And it's a star-studded card. I'm looking at the card and on paper, it is like a WrestleMania worthy type card. Lots of champions on there, lots of former champions. Everyone is pretty much like a household name except for Braun and Bronson. Uh, they are the only up and comers, but because they're linked to Seth Rollins with their crew, they're in that upper echelon of WWE. So, um, yeah. So let's talk about it. Let's just jump right into it. I kind of put it in order of the matches that I think it'll go in. So I think they're going to start with the Yeet Party. They're going to have the Usos come out, and the crowd is going to do the Yeet Party for their entrance. And they're going up against Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. This one is honestly a coin flip. I could see either team winning this one. And it, honestly, either team can win this one, and it pushes their storyline forward. So I could see the Usos winning it because they haven't been a tag team for a long time. They've been doing their own individual thing, and if they do win, then it puts them back on top of that tag team division, or at least contenders for the titles. Which on Raw they desperately need help with those titles. Um, and Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker, like they actually probably need this win more than the Usos do. The Usos are one of the best tag teams of all time, and they will continue to be that tag team regardless of what happens. Um, the Braun and Braun, what do they call it? B&B Security, or however it is you want to call it. They tend to be the jobbers of the Seth Rollins group, the Vision. So they do need this. I think did they lose? Yeah, they did lose the last tag team match. Bronson Reed lost lost his last match against Roman Reigns. Although walking away from it, it almost felt like he won because he left Roman Reigns laying out. But I do think that Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed do need this win here. But I think it's going to be a banger of a match. I think Breaker and Reed pretty much dominate that match, but I think the Usos are going to win by disqualification because LA Knight is going to interfere. Somehow he's going to cause the Usos the match. The he's going to cause Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed the match. What did I say that right? Yes, going to cause them the match, causing the Usos to win, and I think that's how it's going to go down. Yeah, LA Knight interfering and the Usos winning by disqualification. Let me know what you think in the chat, what your predictions are. Next up, we've got Io Sky versus Stephanie Vaquer. This one is also a coin flip. Going into it before Naomi got injured, actually, I think that match would have been a coin flip too. Like they're really trying to push Stephanie Becker, or at least they were on NXT. And then we had Naomi, who was a champion, and I could see them really pushing her. If Naomi was in the match, I think Naomi probably would have won because I don't think that her title reign would have been that short. But now we've got Stephanie Becker versus Io Sky. And this one is a coin flip for me only because they didn't really know which direction they were going to take when Naomi went out. They took about a week to think about it, and then they just announced this one-on-one match. They didn't do a tournament. They didn't do anything like that. So it makes me think that they've got some sort of plan for one or both of these wrestlers after this match. And I could see the title working for both. The only reason why I'm hesitant on Stephanie Vaquer here is because we only seen one match from her since the announcement of this match, and it was yesterday, or not yesterday. It was on Monday Night Raw, this past Monday Night Raw, which was the go home show before WrestlePalooza. So if I had to choose one again, I think both would benefit from a win here. Io Sky would benefit, but she's probably gonna move into a program or have some sort of long term storyline with Asuka and Kairi Sane. Stephanie Verker, they already kind of hinted that up next or in the near future will be Rhea Ripley for her, and they could do that with or without a belt. I think there's more flexibility if the belt is not involved there. But you know what? I am going to say that Vakur is gonna win. I don't know if it's going to be a clean win or a submission or a pin, or if it's going to be DQ. But I think the Kabuki Warriors are going to come in here. They're going to cost Io Sky the match, and Stephanie Vaquer is going to win. And then we get to see Stephanie Vaquer versus Rhea Ripley in the next match there, or in the upcoming match. I've got this little boy right here who's just begging for my attention. There, you want to say hi? I'm alive right now. Okay. Oops. Sorry, knocked my microphone out there. Hopefully you can hear me. Um, Apologies. See, cats. All right. Well, you can see it. No, you know what? I'll keep it down here because sometimes I get excited and I yell and it kind of muffles the microphone. So anyway, that's my prediction. Stephanie Vaquer winning with interference by the Kabuki Warriors. Up next, we've got Cody Rhodes versus Drew, who's a champion, WWE champion, versus Drew McIntyre. Let me know in the chat or in the comments who's going to win this one. This one, I don't think is as much as a coin flip. I think this one's a little bit more predictable. I'm going to say that Cody Rhodes is going to win this one because he just won the belt at WrestleMania. This is his first title defense, so I think he's going to win this one. I don't think he's going to lose the belt right away, but I do see it being a really good match because they're both really good wrestlers. After the match, yes, Drew's going to take the pin. He's going to take the loss. I think he's going to be very mad after. And I could see the next match being Cena versus Lesnar. So I could see Cena coming out and crossing paths with Drew and Drew attacking John Cena before the next match because of that. And that might lead up to something between Drew McIntyre and John Cena in the future because there has to be something that comes out of this match that leads to something more in the future. So what's up? Is it Fadlan Abdul? What's up? Good to see you. Thanks for joining. We're doing a predictions video here, so let us know your predictions in the comments there. So my predictions for Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre, I think Cody Rhodes wins that. Drew McIntyre attacking John Cena before the next match, which the next match would be John Cena versus Brock Lesnar. Now, I'm predicting that Cena's gonna go into this a little beat up because Drew McIntyre beats him up. I do believe that Lesnar is gonna take John Cena to Suplex City. It's pretty cool how John Cena's promo on Monday Night Raw. He said that what did he say? He not that he started Suplex City, but he was basically like the first person to go to Suplex City. And I remember that match. I remember it was SummerSlam, and John Cena versus Brock Lesnar. I think this was just after WrestleMania 30. Brock Lesnar broke Undertaker's streak, and then we had Super Cena versus Brock Lesnar. Like this was a time when Cena was still winning every single match, but it was also a time where Brock was coming up. And I remember watching that match. Lesnar took him to Suplex City and basically squashed Super Cena. And I was in shock. I was like, I can't believe they let John Cena, get demolished by Brock Lesnar. But it makes absolute sense, or made absolute sense in that time. I remember Cena talking about the match and saying, we can't go 50-50 on this. because it doesn't do anything for the character. It doesn't do anything for the storyline. It had to be a squash because how do you go from they were building Brock up, right? There was a match at Royal Rumble. I think he defeated Big Show, probably even squashed him, but he was beating all of these big giant characters. Beat the streak at WrestleMania, and then he had Super Cena. You know, Cena was right. You don't go half-assed with it. You go all the way with it, and good on Cena for knowing that, having the wrestling sense to do that, because I think that really solidified Brock Lesnar as being the beast, him squashing Super Cena. So uh, what's up, Eduardo? Do I think that Stephanie is winning the world championship? Uh, so you're a little late to the party, but that's okay. I did mention earlier. I think that match is going to be a coin flip, but I do. Actually, you know what? My prediction is Stephanie Vaquer wins. I don't know 100% if Stephanie Vaquer is going to win the championship because she might win by disqualification. And what does that mean for the belt? Because the belt doesn't change hands on a disqualification. Will that push that even further? That's vacancy a little bit further. To be honest with you, I think they probably could. Nothing's really happening with that women's division right now, anyway. Um, but I do think that Stephanie Baker wins. Will she get the championship? Um, Probably, but maybe not. Right? Maybe not. Awesome. What about AJ Lee, CM Punk versus Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins? We are gonna get to that, and let me know. What do you think? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. What do you think about that match? But yeah, that is next up. Basically, Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch versus CM Punk and AJ Lee. Now, I think about this match. I think about who could take the pin, who needs the win, etc., etc. What are the circumstances here? Now we've got two champions with Rollins and Becky Lynch. We've got a former champion in CM Punk. We've got a returning AJ Lee. Excuse me. When you kind of weigh those things out, a loss here. I don't think anyone is too damaged from a loss here. Maybe CM Punk and AJ Lee might be a little bit more damaged from a loss, but I don't think it hurts Rollins or Lynch to lose in this match because they're champions and they will be champions after this match, no matter what. Um, but I do see now. Okay, so I do see CM Punk and AJ Lee winning. Now, who takes the pin here? Does CM Punk pin Rollins or does AJ Lee pin Becky Lynch? And I see I see AJ Lee pinning Becky Lynch because of everything that's happening, all the trash talk that's been happening. AJ Lee and Becky Lynch have been building this match more than CM Punk and Seth Rollins has. I mean, CM Punk and Seth Rollins, they go deep. Their rivalry goes back 2 years, maybe even longer, and is going to continue to happen. It is continuing to happen. Um, but with AJ Lee just returning, I see her having the W for sure. And then her pitting Becky Lynch, I think that sets something up for the future, right? It's not just this match. Every single match on this card is not just this match that's going to happen on Saturday. All of these matches are going to lead up to something in the future. And I think AJ Lee pinning Becky Lynch sets up an intercontinental title match in the future. AJ Lee can say, I pinned you, give me that title match, that type of thing. And then, in the title match, Becky Lynch can get one on AJ Lee and win, and then extend that feud a little bit. And then they can have another match where maybe AJ Lee wins and pins Becky Lynch. So that's how I see that going. AJ Lee pinning Becky Lynch. That's my predictions. Appreciate you for joining today. Say hi in the chat. We can shoot the breeze. If you're watching this on replay, make sure to like and subscribe. Hang out every now and then. I've been doing some live videos every now and then, this being one of them. But yeah, say what's up in the chat. Let's just shoot the breeze here. I did my job of what I needed to do in terms of the recording, people that are watching this from recording, or we could wrap this up. Either or. I do have a video that I'll be posting a little bit later on today, so happy to do that. Which yeah, I think I might do if we're all good here. So yeah, I think this is good. It's 15 minutes video. It's predictions. Appreciate you joining again. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure you subscribe. We talk about wrestling, all things wrestling. We talk about self development as well. So stay tuned for this upcoming video that's coming up today, and we'll see you in the next one. So thanks again for joining. Love you all. Peace.